Hi. Okay. San Diego Comic-Con. Why am I filming this indoors? Why am I not outside? I am in the heart of England. I'm in God's back garden. I'm in Yorkshire. 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 A Tesco's in Yorkshire. A bridge in Yorkshire. 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 And what has that got to do with San Diego Comic-Con, I hear you ask? Not a great deal, to be honest. Apart from putting the international into Comic-Con International. This is Cleckheaton, which is a small town just in between Leeds and Bradford in West Yorkshire. And this is a series of blogs, or the start of a series of blogs, documenting, as a kind of video diary, my time at Nerdvana, San Diego Comic-Con 2013. We fly out on the 9th. We're going to stay in San Bernardino for a week or so, enjoy some nice cervezas by the pool, and then we're going to be travelling down the coast to San Diego. We can't wait. It's about 5 weeks to go. It's the 9th of May 2013, so it's getting close. It's getting close. Quick introduction. My name is Leonard. I'm a 41-year-old professional DJ. I enjoy my comic book movies. I enjoy my comic books. I enjoy my sci-fi. I enjoy my genre TV and films. And I'm a Capricorn. My turn-offs are people that don't hold the doors open at shopping malls, those that don't say please and thank you, and those people that believe in star signs and astrology. This series of blogs, which I'm going to be calling An Englishman in San Diego, at which point there would be a little graphic with me with a monocle and a cup of tea and a nice little musical sting. Look, it'll all look really nice by the time we get to America, okay? This little series of blogs is going to be documenting the preparation between now and flying out to America, the things we're going to be doing here in the UK to get ourselves ready, and also the daily blogs while we're in Comic-Con itself. We're going to be there pretty much from the start, from the moment the doors open on. We're going to be going down on the Sunday, and then we're going to be heading back pretty much the moment that all 150,000 nerds evacuate the city. It's going to be a blast. This will be my 4th time heading to San Diego for Comic-Con. 2010, which was our first, it was a first for me for an awful lot of reasons. It was my first vacation to California. It was my first vacation to North America. It was my first vacation as a married man, because Comic-Con 2010 was the centerpiece to my honeymoon, to my delightful and gorgeous wife Caroline, who's not here but no doubt might see this. So yes, she's delightful and she's gorgeous and she's Welsh. So she's got a bit of fire to her, so you really don't want to mess her up. It was something that we discussed as what we wanted to do for our honeymoon. Ever since we had seen press and TV and magazine articles about this remarkable event celebrating pop culture and comic books. I had seen YouTube footage of the reaction to the Tron 2 or Tron Legacy teaser footage, the Light Cycles teaser that Disney had put together for 2010. The reaction and the noise that came from Hall H was just addictive, and I just promised myself that I would get myself to San Diego Comic-Con for that. As it happened, it turned into so much more. The con itself is appealing, and it really is something to experience. That sense of scale and theatre and drama, and to walk into the exhibition floor for the first time and see it stretching out into the horizon. It's a massive room. The whole thing is just epic. But the thing that appeals and appealed to myself and Caroline is the sense of family, the sense of tribe, the sense of belonging, to meet these fascinating and interesting and funny individuals, and to just know that we belong. It's a hell of a thing to experience. This is going to be how I'm going to be doing these vlogs. It's going to be very much single camera. I'm not a massive fan of those the vlogs with the cuts, because it really does look a little bit like those movies where you're seeing inside the mind of a serial killer. It's just very, very strange to me, and just makes me think, the voices told me to do it. I can't help myself. Honestly, they don't know where they're buried. No. Single shot to camera, and we'll just go from there. My experience beyond Comic-Con has actually led me to meet some fantastic friends here in the UK. When I returned from Comic-Con 2010, late at night, about 3:30 in the morning, coming back from a DJ gig, I just found myself wide awake, neurons firing, still quite buzzing off the trip. This would be about 3 weeks after we'd gotten back, and I decided I'm going to see if I can find some fellow nerds, some fellow UK attendees. So I set up a UK attendees group really quickly, on the spur of the moment, to see if there was anybody out there who had made the journey, the pilgrimage to San Diego. And as it happens, I found quite a few. This is now 2 years later, and we've got 170 in the group. And we're going to be meeting up somewhere in San Diego, and I can't wait. It's going to be a blast. That first time when I met them in San Diego, because at this point I'd set up the group, I'd created a little logo and stuck it in the corner of the Facebook group. I hadn't met them, and I had no idea what to expect. We'd kind of organised a little bit of a meeting place on the Hilton gas lamp fire pit right at the front, right opposite the convention centre, and I had no idea what to expect, especially when I found out that a number of them had taken the logo that I'd put together, because I'd replaced the comic book eye and put the Judge Dredd eye, Judge Dredd, famous 2000 AD comic book icon, and obviously made it a little bit more famous with the recent Carl Urban movie. And I'd made this logo up pretty much on the spur of the moment, and a number of the group members had, on their own back, downloaded this logo and put it on t-shirts. So to walk out onto the fire pit at Hilton Gas Lamp and be confronted with about 20-30 people, with about 20 of them wearing this logo that I'd put together, it really did kind of put a tear in my eye and really made me kind of fill up. It makes me have goosebumps just thinking about it now. It was quite a thing. I've tried my best to get myself involved with a number of groups and online collectives. I do try and contribute quite a lot to the Facebook group for Comic-Con International. I try and jump on there. I try not to be as sarcastic as I can. Well, I try, but it doesn't always work. I'm also a mod on Alyssa Frank's Friends of Comic-Con International forum. Although I'm not the biggest contributor to that, I'm usually there to try and put out any fires or any arguments that get started. But everyone's so nice and accommodating, it kind of like gets a bit redundant. So I'm there to enjoy myself, to be honest. I've also recently tried to get started a Google Plus page for Comic-Con International as a whole. which is coming along quite nicely. I'm hoping to get that developed and let more people know about that at Comic-Con this year. Bit of an edit there. That will be a phone call from the wife. She's wondering where I am, and just having to explain that I'm in a field talking to myself on my own, and that I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Yes, the Google Plus group. I really am hoping to kind of develop that over this Comic-Con, purely because I like the power and the capabilities of Google Plus in terms of its ability to handle photographs, to handle live video streaming as well with the Hangouts. I'd like to get some Hangouts up and running in terms of getting some special guests involved. One or two people I know are up for having a bit of a chat and discussing what Comic-Con is going to bring to us in 2013. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I think it should be good. And then, of course, the con itself. I'm going to be doing these little blogs, these little summaries, little video diaries of what I've come across in San Diego. It's going to be epic. Purely because I think it's also going to be a year of some quite big headlines, which I think is going to be quite eye-opening for a lot of people. I think Marvel are going to do their absolute damnedest to reclaim Hall H after Warner Brothers and Legendary did that fantastic Cineramic widescreen presentation where they opened up the curtains and took it beyond the dais and just turned Hall H into this massive wraparound presentation for their big films, including The Hobbit, including Godzilla. This year they've got some amazing films and product to bring to Hall H, but so has Marvel in terms of its phase 2 of its cinematic universe. And I think the one that's really going to blow people away is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy. It's turned from being this very strange, odd film to put an entire movie studio behind, this film of a gamble. You could say Kevin Feige's Folly, the Rocket Raccoon and Talking Tree movie. But now we've got a hell of a cast. Glenn Close, Dave Bautista. I hope I pronounced that right. I know for a fact I probably haven't. Karen Gillan from Doctor Who has been signed on as the villain of the piece. So to have Glenn Close on stage, but then of course you've also got Captain America, the Winter Soldier, which means you've got the possibility of having Robert Redford come out. Glenn Close and Robert Redford on stage for a Marvel panel. That would just be astonishing. So it's going to be a big event. I'm also hoping to do my best to have a look at the smaller panels this year, because that could be something that I haven't done a lot of in previous years. I'd really want to kind of do my best to catch some of the smaller panels. I did one or two last year, and I think I'm going to do my best to try and catch some more. I'm also definitely volunteering this year as well. I've been in contact with a couple of members of staff, and I know that I've been allowed to take part in Artist Alley and help out on that particular run. And I'm definitely going to be volunteering on preview night as well, because I do feel about giving back to this amazing event, which just makes me feel like part of something bigger. And I'm very much all for giving back to Comic-Con International. So there you have it. Hopefully this has been a little bit of an introduction to who I am and the voice I'm hoping to bring to Comic-Con for 2013. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun this year. And hopefully it's going to be one hell of a ride, and hopefully you'll join me as well. So I'm going to be posting these once a week, and you're going to be looking for an Englishman in San Diego. animation, me, monocle, cup of tea, musical sting. Honestly, it'll all look fantastic by the time I hit America. It really will. And if you see me in San Diego as well, looking lobster pink and looking remarkably like Zoidberg from Futurama, bright lobster pink, don't worry, it might not just be me. There's a whole bunch of us from England coming. So prepare yourselves. We're coming for you. One last thing. You may notice there's a little bit of a chin there. And there's a bit of a belly as well. So I've got 6 weeks to get myself in some kind of shape for Comic-Con 2013. So, seeing as this is the first of a series of blogs, Belly Cam! This goes in 6 weeks. I'll be on the exercise machines as of tomorrow. This isn't the blog you were expecting, was it?